Some traders have a massive position size and a very tight stop loss. They pick a point on the graph and shoot a bazooka at it. The Blackwave Pacific strategy is to have 10 small bullets. 10 small positions spread wide in a swing trading time frame, taking counter-trend trades off oversold or overbought conditions. Subscribe to find out more about how our 7-year strategy worked incredibly well, then it didn't, and how we improved it after the sterling collapse of September 2022, and are now tunnel vision on it. While there are many strategies that work, this one suits the personality of our trader, Gary, who has completed 4 marathons and 3 Ironman distance triathlons over the years. Patience and endurance is his thing, and this suits the Blackwave Pacific strategy. The links to the independently audited website, My FX Book, are in the description, so you can spy on how we are doing now and even join our managed account. We think almost all strategies work if you go tunnel vision on them. While trading Forex is obviously risky, and you should consult an independent financial advisor, we expect longevity and profitability from Blackwave Pacific. Let's explain the strategy for you using a clear example and some zombies.
If I buy 0.01 lots of euro-dollar at say 1.06, I have bought 1,000 euro and sold the dollar equivalent. This effectively means that if euro-dollar somehow goes to zero, I would lose the 1,000. If my account balance was only $1,000, I would lose my entire account assuming euro-dollar went to zero, which might well be a World War III scenario or a zombie apocalypse, for example. If my account balance was 10,000, I would just lose 1,000 of it, even though euro-dollar went to zero. But let's say there are no zombies and instead it declines over a period of days or weeks due to some type of negative news flow. Let's say it goes to 1.0550, so using my grid system and using the account leverage, I buy another 0.01 lots. Now let's assume we are still wrong and euro-dollar keeps falling. Blackwave Pacific has a 10-position grid, so let's open 10 euro-dollar positions, and to make it simple, we will space them evenly at 50 pips each, though in reality, the spacing may be less or more or a mixture. So 10 buy positions in euro-dollar starting at 1.06 and spaced at 50 pips, each down to 1.0150. Now my entire position is 0.1 lots of euro-dollar. I have bought 10,000 euro and sold the dollar equivalent. If euro-dollar goes to zero, I lose my 10,000. However, this does not blow my account if the balance is, say, 100,000 euros, and remember, euro-dollar has to go to zero and not just decline and then recover. Do you see the point?
The point is that even though it was a grid system and we did the unthinkable and averaged down our total exposure in a $100,000 account was 10%, and we achieved risk control through position size. I'll say that again. We achieved risk control through position size. We got a nice average entry and made a profit on the reversal. Of course, don't think you need $100,000 because we have yet to talk about hedging. Blackwave Pacific has basically recognized the logic of position size as a method to control risk, and that alone will totally piss off so many people who would rather have one position 100 times bigger with a tight stop loss. They pride themselves on only having one position 10 times bigger. As we said in the beginning, there are many strategies that will work if you go tunnel vision on them, and that includes Blackwave Pacific's grid system. We also said a system must suit the personality of the trader, so we get it why other traders can't do grid and won't do grid. We won't do scalping for the same reason. So what's the story with hedging?
Blackwave Pacific used only position size for 7 years and towards the end used some ad hoc hedging, but the sudden 900 pip drop of our sterling franc position in September 2022 around the Liz Truss budget could not save the old account. It couldn't save Liz Truss either, who became the shortest-serving British Prime Minister ever. To be honest, and even though it was painful in the moment, we have a small sense or pride that it took an event like that to break our old account. What an incredible journey from 2015 to that Monday in September 2022. The success was so great that we had imitators pretending to be Blackwave. Signal Start requested that we tell them our investor password on a number of occasions so they could have proof that we indeed were the original Blackwave, and copy traders worried that we would retire before they could make enough money. We have now improved the account safety features so that an event like that could not break it again. Only 2 currency pairs can trade at any one time. In our 10-position grid where position sizes are equal, hedging now formally begins at position 5 and continues at position 7. If the drawdown reaches a 17% drawdown, we will begin to use profits from a second currency pair to eat the biggest losers on the grid, and if the pair reach a 25% drawdown, the entire basket is hedged 100%. At that point, we will actually have an average entry on the hedge beginning from position 5. We will be able to use profits from the second pair to continue to eat the drawdown of both the original position and the hedge itself if necessary. We can work our way out of the hedge over a relatively short period of time, as the profits of the account average out at about 5% per month. In the unlikely event that both pairs become fully hedged at a 25% drawdown each, the strategy rules say that there can only be 2 pairs, so one pair is fully closed for a 25% loss to the account, freeing up our hand to have a second pair once again and use the profits to regain the loss, typically in a few months. Once done, trading continues with 2 pairs again. If you could imagine our account as a plane running on 2 jet engines, we are once again free to accelerate using both engines again.
We have given you some of the worst-case scenarios. In most cases, the drawdown won't reach 17%, never mind becoming fully hedged at 25%. It is entirely possible that we get to position 6 or position 7 in our 10-bullet grid, and then get the reversal we were looking for. In this scenario, we can use the profits of the grid to eat the loss from the 2 small hedges. We may even be able to close one of those small hedges at break-even, meaning we get out with a small profit sooner when another strategy would have fired a bazooka at the graph and then hit its stop loss. The actual risk on the first of a possible 10 positions will be 0.3%. Other trades might risk 3 to 5% on one trade with a tight stop loss. The minimum recommended balance to try this is 0.01 lots per $1,700 of capital. Don't believe us? Click on the MyFX book links in the description or simply copy our trades on MQL5 or Signal Start. You can actually have us directly manage your money at our account in Blackwell in the Bahamas. Links also in the description. Finally, recall again that trading Forex is obviously risky. There are zombies out there. We have spent almost 10 minutes talking about risk, but that's better than some get-rich-quick cryptocurrency promise, is it not? Consult a financial advisor and give us a like if you want to hear more about Blackwave Pacific and its lower-risk version, Blackwave California. Thanks so much.